Welcome back, everybody, for another Garo anime review. That cliffhanger absolutely freaking sucked. It really did. Seeing Leon jump off a cliff or suicide, we all were thinking, like, what the hell is going to happen? Well, pretty much with this episode, episode 13, Leon is pretty much fine. But this episode, at first glance, I'm just going to say, at first glance when you look at this episode, it looks rather slow. But if you actually dive into this episode, it actually has a lot of meaning, and there's a lot going on in this episode underneath the surface, and I have to say, I really like this episode for that. So before I dive into that and talk about, you know, the meaning of this episode, Leon as a character, Alfonso, and different things going on, I want to talk about that opening song. So that opening song, as always when it comes to Garo, very artistic. I love the artistic opening song of Garo. Like the first opening, I never really complimented it that much from the first one, but I want to take the time to say the artistic openings of Garo are pretty interesting. It's so different from the average opening song that we see normally that I like it. I really like it. The music also fits with the opening song. Like, it's just something I can't describe. It's a really damn good opening song. So anyways, the ending song, however, oh man, that ending song is kick fucking ass. Like, I think that's one of my favorite ending songs that's currently going on in this anime season, because that ending song, man, just like, whoa. Tokyo Ghoul, Rude most likely has the best, but I mean, still, that Garo ending song is just freaking great. Damn, I need that soundtrack. But anyways, so this episode, like I just earlier said, at the surface level of this, if you're just taking at face value, it seems like barely anything happened. Like, there was nothing that was explosive about this episode besides one part that lasted less than a minute. Pretty much, there was no fights. There was nothing really going on. Really, what this episode served was to show you Leon in his development, pretty much, and getting to see him make the decision to move on, and about what happened in the past with Mendoza and stuff like that. So, I like that. I like how this episode took the time to actually develop Leon, and it was an enjoyable episode for that. I mean, I love getting to see this slice-of-life element in this episode, getting to see how he's kind of looking at this family, currently maintaining this farm. And right there just shows you what's very different between Leon's past and this family. For instance, this is the first time I think Leon in his entire life ever experienced the warmth of a family. Like, I mean, every time we've always seen him in the past when he was with his father and him are always traveling on the run, and they pretty much, they never had any time to actually settle down and rest for days on end. And pretty much Leon gets to actually experience this for like the first time in his life, and you can clearly see the actual expression in his face when he actually sits around this family and he's actually doing day-to-day life, just trying to keep alive by, you know, doing harvest, setting up an irrigation system, stuff like that. And seeing how this episode tried to flesh that out, I really respect that. This episode absolutely did a damn good job when it came to actually developing Leon's character in a believable fashion. And here's the thing, okay? Besides the overall aspect, what else really did happen in this episode? For one thing, you have that one girl or whatever, I forget the exact name or terms, or the girl that's in that, like, different room or whatever, where all the Makai Knights talk to. Pretty much, she says that they're still looking for this person. Now, there was no names given, like, they couldn't find this person at all, and they're still looking for him, so I'm just going to assume, I'm assuming, it's definitely not Leon. It's definitely not. I'm willing to bet it is Mendoza. Most likely Mendoza should have appeared there or something, or maybe a soul should have popped up or something along the lines of that, and they can't find Mendoza. Because, I mean, like I said in my last review of Garo, it just, there's no way in fuck Mendoza is dead. If Mendoza really did die by that demon thing, that is the most anticlimactic fucking death I have seen in 2014. Because, I mean, Mendoza, he wasn't hyped up, but I mean, he was the villain. He was, you know, the villain of the series. And, I mean, his motive, his backstory was revealed to him. And if he did die like that, I'd be really disappointed. So, I'm willing to bet they're talking about Mendoza. Mendoza most likely is still scheming and doing shit. Because at the end of this episode, you can assume that because Mendoza's underling, that girl that, like, you know, serves him pretty much, she is still serving the fucking king. What the Why? Why? I mean, if I think about it, I guess Mendoza never actually let anyone realize that she was working with him, so, I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious. I mean, she could still be hiding in the shadows and why she's still there, but fuck, man. She is serving the king poison. We know for a fact she is giving the king poison and slowly killing him, so, damn it. So that's probably going to be the means to probably revive Mendoza, most likely, through the king and whatever she's doing. So, we'll have to see. Overall, episode, very good. I enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.